there, Baron? Let's go down. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders that gave their son, our teachers who surely do well. Shalom. Salutations to the elect brethren in this work in truth and sincerity. Of course, the four causes they plan to risk their lives to do so. We are the members of the Great Millstone Trinidad Camp, here to edify the elect, which is down of America, Babylon the Great. The whole that sits upon the beast. Right, these provinces like Trinidad and other nations that have drunk the wine of fornication. So we're gonna go into it. We're gonna go into Jeremiah chapter 50, starting at 29.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 29. I read. It says, "Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, come against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her. For she had been proud against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and against the Holy One of Israel."
Right? So it says, call together the archers, they that bend the bow. Somebody get from Joel chapter 3 and verse 9.
This is the book of Joel.
Let's have a line up, right? Yeah, so the archers represents what? Their missiles. Right? Them nations that have missile technology. Right? We have the science for years, we have been putting it out there, the ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Why intercontinental ballistic missiles? They have different type. You have the sidewinder missile, there's the things that they go have on the Apache helicopters or the fighter jets. But we're talking about intercontinental, to leave one continent and to go to another continent to destroy it. Right? Right.
It is Isaiah 13 and verse 5. It says they come from a far country.
They come from a far country, right? Russia. It will take approximately 30 minutes for what the hypersonic missile, Satan 2, Sama, to leave and probably come to the west coast. For Russia, not too far from California, right? From on that side, on the west coast. Go ahead.
It says, "From the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land."
Yeah, because Yahweh said, well, they're not gonna miss their mark. Right? His spirit is gonna be with them. The angels gonna be guiding each missile. They're not gonna cross. You know, you watch that movie X-Men, you always bring it out here. You know, the perfect visualization of it is the movie X-Men, where you see Magneto come and he make the missiles and them. You know, he stand up from on the shore and he make the missiles and them cross parts and explode in the air. That's not gonna happen. That's mythology. That's fantasy, right? And he so tends to believe in a fantasy or myth, which a myth is a lie. Right? That's the scripture calls what? Your vain imagination. When you look at the word vain, it means naught. Right? Nothing. Of no value. That's not going to happen. You can't fight against the spirit, so you can't fight against spirit. Yahweh Shai said when he comes back here, he's not going to meet you as a man. He's coming spiritual.
I want to back up on that.
Go ahead.
There's Joel 2 and 7. It says, "They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war."
They shall climb the wall like men of war. That wall represents what? The missile defense system. They are a wall of defense. Right? In ancient time, you will have a castle. Right? You will have a wall, and then you may have a moat. You will have a bridge, a drawbridge. Right? And you may have a wall outside of that. Right? You have the ancient cities, you will have a wall to enter into the city. You come, they say, who you come to, what's your purpose of business? They declare it at the watchman at the gate, and he will let you in or leave you out. Right? He's basically what? The gatekeeper. He's a gatekeeper. Right? If it seems to be a threat to the city, you can get left outside. Right?
It says, "And they shall march every one in his ways, and they shall not break their ranks."
They shall what? They shall march every man in his lane. Think about you watching a marathon or Olympic race. Everybody has to stay in their lane. If you cross your lane, you get disqualified. Right? So there's not going to be any disqualification or any misses here. Right? According to Revelations chapter 9, 200,000 missiles. 2 million missiles.
2 million. No, 200 million. 200 million. 200,000.
200,000.
Thousand, a million. So 200,
Right.
yeah. 200 million.
200 million missiles, right? Those missiles are good. Sorry, that will be missiles that are fired and also missiles that are not fired. Because the scripture say they're going to fall upon the stone or upon the rocks. I think it's the rocks, it said, and shall not hurt them, right? What it's going to do is that it's going to accomplish the Lord's determination, which is to destroy the land of America. So they're going to explode or detonate the ones that are in the ground, that in America's silo. Right, go ahead.
Says, neither shall one trust another.
Neither shall one trust another. Trust means to go through, right? Go ahead.
They shall walk everyone in his path,
Uh-huh.
and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
You shall not, right? That, is it. That was the same scripture. But when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded because it's going to accomplish what the Lord wants it to accomplish, the destruction of that place. Right?
Defense system, like we're shooting right now, Boston. Say, call all the all them, call NATO and all of them, and let them get the fighter jets and whatever, and see if they could see if they could intercept that missile we have right now. His. His.
And basically they're showing off. Look how they shoot off some in as well. That was what country that was? That's in Syria. Yeah, they shoot some and there was like oh, they just fire that's dropping out from the sky. I forget what country that was. That was
Ukraine.
yeah, that was probably was Kiev. That was it.
It's capital of Ukraine.
Kiev.
Kiev.
Yeah.
We hear them saying Kiev, right?
Yeah, that was
Kiev.
Yeah, them saying Kiev, like these people.
Yeah.
Kiev.
Kiev. Because it's Kyivv. Kiev. Like it will be accent.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had your
Joel 3 and 9.
Mhm.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And
Go ahead.
reading verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Verse 11.
So they're taking all the finances and taking it towards nuclear capabilities.
China as a prime example, there was a land where they used to do farming, mainly rice and those different things. China come like a world superpower too. And one of the main allies is Russia. Although they're doing business with America, one of the main allies is Russia.
They didn't come like they are because the first time that term was used, if I'm not mistaken, it's when America with the Fat Boy and Little Man. It became a superpower. Right? They had the destructive capability to destroy nations. Right? But China is a superpower alongside with Russia, alongside with Iran, alongside with Pakistan, India. These nations have missiles. Korea, they have missiles.
And they consider it weak. Seeing it strong now.
Taking it what? Because they were normally farming nations. Right? No. So what they should do is they take their pruning hooks and turn them into swords. What plenty of these nations do is they take they direct certain funds from out of their economy to make weapons, to build a military.
That word for it, M word.
It probably will come to mind later.
And the right him next one, I know I am word up a star, but all that. That come to mind right now. What yours is then?
This is verse 11, Joel chapter 3 and verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Which is Yahweh Shabbat, right? Jehoshaphat is Yahweh Shabbat, which is Yahweh judgment. Mashapat, Yahweh is the first part, and Mashapat, right, is judgment. Right, come to the valley of judgment. Right?
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. put ye in the sickle.
He will sit to judge all the heathen about something in Isaiah 34 and verse 1. Right? Because we here to declare unto our people, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? You are the chosen people of the Most High to repent, get your heart right, get your mind right, concerning judgment. Isaiah 1 and 16. Right? Concerning judgment, get your mind right. Right? Put off the evil ways of your doings and put on righteousness as a garment. Right? Learn judgment, become purified. Right? Weep, mourn, be sorrowful. You know, now is a time of sorrow. Because we are about to make our maker, we are about to meet our maker. We don't even know if we in good standings. You know? So it's going to be a kind of frightening time. Even the elect going to be frightened. These people say, well, the elect going to be a frightened going up. You know? I was always referred to the dream Fisher man had. Right, some years ago. He said what? The same beam that was beaming it up was the same beam that was evaporating it into dust. So you don't know when the beam drop on you, if it's going to be evaporated, if it's going to be what? Beamed up.
That's why Peter said, so like Peter says,
seeing that
all
you
these
have
things.
here. This is the book.
It's out 10.
Right. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heaven shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things should be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
And that conversation goes into lifestyle. And what the Apostle Peter was seeing, there was the destruction. He says, seeing then, you know?
It says, seeing then, verse 11, that all these things shall be dissolved.
Yeah, how it going to be dissolved?
Through the what? Through them same
nuclear missiles that
through
we
them
speak
swords.
about.
So they're pulling hooks into swords.
And it's going down to the nucleus, which is the life force of elements. You understand? That is how we tell it's going to be. So we're going to dissolve them things. And that way scripture says in Isaiah 47, it says it will be a heat. You know, not to sit down. That is how hot that will be. So the Apostle Peter going into it, letting you know, seeing then that all these things going to be dissolved. What manner of person ought you to be? You know, try and live your life righteous to the best, you know, of your ability, so that Lord willing, when the Lord sent for them angels to gather the elect from the four winds, that it could be delivered. Because them is going to make a clean sweep.
Wow. I'm asking how much America does be spending on the military every year. And it's saying 2023, the United States spent approximately $820.3 billion on its military. It was about 13.3% of the federal budget for that year. And
when you finish, AI overview, anything? How much America gave to Ukraine in the war? Check out that one.
Check out that one. That's some more here. It says the US spends more on its military than any other country in the world. In fact, between 2014 and 2022, the US spent more than twice as much on defense as all other NATO members combined.
Right, that's why you hear Trump was making that noise. You know, when Trump was here in the old tenure, he was like, the NATO nations had to pull their weight because America was spending the most, right? What?
And so like, if I can say too, you know, he was talking lofty too. When he wanted to launch at North Korea, and he was talking, he and King Jong-un. You understand? But guess what? The most in control of them missiles. Remember when the chariots and them passed and was playing with the controls? The new one was like,
that wasn't only one time. That was many times. There are times before. Many times before.
So the Lord gonna allow that them missiles that they have as defense missiles not even going to be shut off. Because what? Why let's spend so much money in defense war? You understand? Because you all know.
You know. And that's why the scriptures say all of them are to come together and destroy.
Also, America is the spirit, is Rome.
That is
So Rome had the army, but what they were spread thin. So America have over 800 on document bases over the world. Over 800 because they're gonna have undocumented bases too. Right? You're not gonna declare everything they have for the enemy to know. They're gonna have secret assets too. Right? So America have over 800 bases all over the world. Alright? Yeah, again, next thing for me?
yeah.
As again, no, I was reading, sorry. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Yeah, they what we yearn for. Right? For here we just existing. We're not even surviving anymore, we just existing. Right? Through the grace of Yahweh Hashem Shai, right, we have been provided for because gosh, definitely feeling it. They that earn wages to put in bags with holes. Right? And what the next scripture says, we are subject to payments. Right? So, you know, we're feeling it. The true men and Lord, they're feeling it. And what's getting stronger and stronger, our faith. Right? Whereas these men who sit up on their lease, right, extortion, because that's what they're doing, they're basically extorting from the congregation. Right? These are the Israelite camps outside Great Millstone and the affiliates. They're extorting from the congregation. Because the scripture say what? Isaiah 55, why will you spend money for that which is not bread? What bread is used for? Nourishment, right? So this knowledge is spiritual nourishment. Right? So when you go on there, you're giving the bishop and the general and all these other men your money, you're not getting nourishment. Because one, they don't push the names of Yahweh like we do. Right? They don't push the charity way of deliverance as they do. They don't push the MOTB, truthfully, which is the C-hip. Right? The C-hip. They don't push it, so the people are not warned. Scripture says, shall there be trouble in the city and the people not warned?
People not be afraid.
Are people not be afraid? Right? Surely Lord God will reveal the secrets of the servants of the prophet.
Right.
So if it was something that everybody could get, everybody could understand, the MOTBs are embargo, the MOTB is sin, the MOTB is people with white women. I mean, it's far-fetched because it's stupid. It's far-fetched because it's stupid. But the Lord said the glory of Yahweh Shai is to hide a man. It's to hide a matter. Right? The glory of a king is to search it out. Right? So through the Spirit, it has to be revealed unto you. Right? When this is revealed unto you, you go, you search it out. And you understand that these people, their intention is for everything to be on a digital platform. You have a lesson to do there, coming up with a video I just received on the 5G network. Right? The 5G network, the amount of coverage in comparison to the 4G network is way more. It's way more. Right? And they can do so much more with their STEM frequencies alone. You can map, you can X-ray, you can do so much more with just the frequency of 5G alone. You can also destroy. Right? There's a destructive frequency as well. And this is part of the framework for the MOTB system, which is, everything is going to be police. It's a police state. They call it big brother watching. Right? All these cameras you have around. Look right on you. Put cameras on the pole, cameras on the pole up there. Cameras all around. It's a police state. Now they don't even need to have the physical camera. They can use the frequency to see. Right? All these things you're showing in the movie Matrix, one you always see with the O's and the I's. There's a frequency, there's a pattern. Right? Go ahead.
Just before you go for that, Bonnie, you see the element shall melt with fervent heat. Right? This is Isaiah 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Yeah, you come with fire. Because somebody read earlier on, when the chariots actually come in, the missiles will be flying on. And the elect going to be delivered at the simultaneously at the same time.
That's right.
Right? a lot of things gonna glorify Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. There's like fireworks on the 4th of July. Right? The missiles going up, the elect going up, right? And the chariots coming, all to the glory of and praise of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. He's the power that tell you the end of the beginning. He prophesied of these things to happen through his prophets.
Another TT Premier League game today, yes, right here at the Velodrome today, the 26th of December. 2 games to the price of 1. Come out and support your favorite team.
So there's the 26th of the cons. Just watch. You see, you pass me and turn it off.
Louis don't want that side.
We have artists too, Young Brother and Saki. Everything happening right here at the Velodrome.
Oh, so them are the wrong day there.
Yeah, that's the wrong.
Them are the wrong day. The person who record the wrong day, record the wrong day.
Today's 26.
Today's 26. I say it on. Alright, you say now.
Yeah, can. So the Lord, I finish it out here. Isaiah 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
So them fire is nuclear missiles with his chariots.
Yep.
So he come with fire. You see, the scripture tells us that the missiles is his army. Right, Joel, the 2nd chapter, Isaiah 13, Isaiah 13. This army, right? So that army, he coming with the army. A man not gonna just come. The captain of the host, he tell Joshua, he leading the army. So he gonna come with his army, the chariots, and with the nuclear missiles. Look at that, this real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, money.
that's the finish out.
Finish off, man.
Yeah. To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Go ahead. Yeah, that next verse, yeah.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
So they pleading now because there is no time to be pleading at all. We throwing all the judgment. There is time to seek him ideally, he ain't come.
The reasoning.
Yeah, the reason he ain't come. So now we coming to plead now. Let's plead. It's not reason. It's not this face of face talk. It's judgment now. Go ahead.
Going to say, for the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Go ahead.
They that sanctify themselves.
Stop. My precept here, real quick, this is Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 13. It says, the Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
That's right.
Right, so he ain't coming to play. He ain't coming to reason. He ain't coming to play party cake because
He say he will meet you as a man. Go ahead.
that's all. There's Isaiah, I'm sorry, Psalms 47. This sword was in the battle. Let's see that sword. This is Isaiah 47 and 4. He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loved. Not Esau, not everybody. Right? It says, God is going up with a shout, and the Lord with the sound of a trumpet. Because you should talk about in 6 troubles. And in 6 trumpet. Right?
The 7th trumpet is song. That 7th trumpet is done. Complete.
But we're going to be delivered in the 6th. Because the trumpet going to sound before the destruction.
Yep.
That's in the book of Revelation. Right, so Isaiah 42. Isaiah 42 and 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. Some say you're going to shout. You know, like when a chick when they're angry, real angry, tears in their eyes. And they're going to fuck some shit up. Rah! You understand? Now we coming. It says, he shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. No, will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make mountains waste. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up their herbs. And I will make the rivers islands and I will dry up the pools. So that's not talking about literal mountains. That is spiritual. Even Isaiah 2 chapter 1, starting at verse 1. Sorry. Isaiah chapter 2, starting at verse 1. Read it with emphasis. 1 to 4.
When you put your man white, what are we talking about?
The book of Isaiah chapter 2 and
Verse
verse
1
1.
to 4.
The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
Right, the two tribes, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, Israel as a whole. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass
Uh-huh.
in the last days that the mountain of the Lord our Shemeshai house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Right. Yeah, continue to you can break it up.
And many people shall go and
So
say,
all that mountains is about and hills is about the heathen nation. You can come to the mountain the Lord house, which is Israel, right, to learn of his ways. Go ahead.
That's in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Come ye and
So,
let
but we're going into the mountains because it's not literal mountain. It's government and rulership. Because when Yahushua comes, the scripture say he's going to have crowns on his head.
You can bring Joel 2 and 1.
Yeah, he's going to take away the rulership of all these heathen nations. Because it's not only America alone ruling, right? You have Spain, you have France, you have the NATO nations, the EU nations, right? You have the WEF nations that make any policies that the whole world they would like to go by, right?
Psalms the second chapter, the Confederate.
This is the book of Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in mine holy mountain.
Holy mountain. So you're talking about the Israelites. Holy ones is who? Those that doing this work. Is elect.
Separate, not celebrating Christmas.
Yeah.
Right? But serving Yahweh and putting curses upon this place.
That's right.
Right? Fuck this place. That's what we see in the Lord actually making good. Right? When I'm curses, the Lord took two out of the city already. Right? The punch man, the low man, and the high man.
Yeah.
Right? The MP. The Lord take her out. Right? How you can say this? But the Lord said, I kill, I make alive. I the Lord do all these things. It's not Satan. Satan do it through the directive of Yahweh. Satan do it through directive. All the sons of God have to come and report. Give the report. There's councils in heaven. You have to come to the council. And then a decision is going to be made and operation is going to be set up and distributed.
See that in Job. We say, you can do all kind of things to him, but there's no harm him.
Don't take your life.
Yeah, don't take your life. Yeah, don't take your life. Yeah, sir. That is it right there. Go ahead.
and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord our Shemeshai, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord our Shemeshai from Jerusalem.
So this is the new heavens and the new earth that we read about in 2 Peter chapter 3. Right? This is the new heavens and that righteous going to be in rulership, as in Proverbs 29, when the righteous are in authority, the people are going to rejoice. But when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. We in that time of mourning. Look at it. I have I've told you already. I have a Telegram account, right? Or they have like All Gore, Her's, different Telegram accounts that show every day. They show violence in all these different nations, European nations, American nations, Australian nations. They show violence all over the world. Fulfilling what Genesis 6 and 11, and we do know for according to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, there's nothing new under the sun. So what? We're going into what? The time of the second death. Right? The first death, everything was what? The earth was violent and corrupt. Right?
78 souls.
Yeah, only 8 souls was righteous, but now we're talking about there's a holy of Israel. Separate the prophets, the priests, the believers. Right? They keep themselves from the world.
No, Isaiah 66. Yeah, it's a little bit verse 17. Yeah. Isaiah 66 and verse 17, it says, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree, in the midst, eating swine's flesh, this time in here now, with a hunt, with a one.
A garden.
Even have a song. I want that piece of pork for the Christmas.
A garden going to the churches and things.
God, I know it's beautiful too. I don't know if all you catch that when Brother Kala was showing us some sights and sounds from Trinidad. We play the same shit.
Same sparrow.
Same songs from down.
All the tunes from us. Up to the phone and all them Caribbean countries. America.
And that way scripture says the Lord says you're going to despise and despise. Because these are the things with them calling hallow, which most I despise. That will the sanctify the Lord not on that. You understand? And that way the Lord coming back to slay. That way the slay the Lord. Because there are a lot of y'all who indulging in the things that the Most High is not pleased with.
Correct.
That's why he said you people are smoking my nostril.
I see a video yesterday with that big strong muscular G. Take some like put some snow on thy boots and hitting the boots on the floor, hitting leading up to the Christmas tree, hitting one step. Then he do so and put some milk and some cookies by the Christmas tree and eating it. Like we train on them and set the presents and thing. Set the presents under the Christmas tree, him and his wife. I watching that video there yesterday. That got me so mad to see because I like, yo, in 2024, boy.
Come on.
What the hell? And you're going so deep to even deceive the train up to this day. That it has Santa still. You're going so deep that you're hitting the floor with
snow.
With snow. And it's not even really snow thing. You just put some white thing and hitting the floor.
The same thing to do with the tooth fairy and thing.
Same thing to do with
It have one take flour and a strainer. She put the flour in the sieve and she puts it and she shake it so and move it back. I do simple as the way I talk about. And they see extent. You understand? That is what you should say that make lie the refuge.
Why is to do evil?
Lie is a refuge.
Why is it even?
Yeah, that way are they?
No, I have this one.
God.
There's Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer me a burnt offerings and meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Right? Because yesterday we did a video. No, Ark wasn't there as yet, but when we did the video in the Bayard, right? We did the group video. They said down. I said we had reached the highest the murder toll has ever reached in Trinidad. At the time it was 632, and it had more murders after that. At the time when we sat down and did that video, it was 632. Because when I checked the news, it was that what they were saying. Yeah. Right? It says verse Amos 5 and 25. It says, have ye offered unto me sacrifices of offerings in the wilderness for 40 years for house of Israel? But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch and shewn your images, the star of your God, what the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves. So what is put on the top of the Christmas tree? Yeah, star. The star of who? The 5 points are the star of Moloch. That's right. Moloch, the owl. And the owl represents wisdom. But what the scripture said, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Right? So it is Jake just inherit traditions of men, not knowing the etymology of it, and even if they do get the etymology of it, casting it to the side, as the scripture says, by people as stiff-necked and rebellious people. Right? Meaning their mind hard. It's not for me, 444. It's not for me. Right? It's not for me, it's for the children. But as I say, they satanize as a refuge for the children. Satan Claus, Tooth Fairy, all these different things. Lies. Lies, lies, lies. Lie again. You understand? They're setting it up and they put it in the heart so you're corrupting the children from young. And then they vex with you. Oh, you're not getting the children a chance to be children. No, fuck away with that. Teach them the truth. They vex with you. Am I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Yeah.
The scripture says train up a child
in the way he needs to go. And when he is old, he would not depart.
Correct.
Right? But you want to push lies. That's why the scripture says a man's foe is going to be of his own household. Brothers in the truth know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
right? Your family, your family go be ting. They good with you, no whole year through. All of a sudden they vex with you. Why they vex with you? Because the spirit's stirring up. Because you know, you're not fucking Christmas spirit. You'll do what you had to do. You understand? You'll do what you had to do. You know, if your mom or your dad, whoever is just still might be around, and they might ask you to do a favor, help me paying this, that, the other. You do it. You understand? But you're not in that spirit. You didn't partake. You didn't partake in that breaking bread and rejoicing and feasting on that day as though it's a feast unto the Lord. Nah, fuck that. Come for Christmas breakfast and all that shit. And they put on all them songs, you know, they might put on the radio and it's all them wicked well in America it gonna be carols. In Trinidad is what? It's soca parang, you know, is that is them Christmas parang and whatever it is. Whatever it is, and they still play fucking Jim Reeves and all that shit. I work at hearing Jim Reeves playing on the radio and shit. It's like, yo, you sing about snow, we in fucking Trinidad, we in the West, we in the tropics, we tell me about snow. Look me out here, the sun turned to and they have actually outside for the cloud cover. Yeah, exactly, the sun was just beating me hard.
Yeah, if I could say about Kasha, years will pass, you know, and they'll still ask you, I know you don't celebrate Christmas. I'm sure all them spirits and others working. They will know 10 years pass and you're not involved in this, and they will still turn around and say, well, you know, call your children and tell them where it is. And I'll just be like, it reached that point where they just laugh and say, alright. We're going to say again because your father go back and forth to them and the spirits were to get vexed and come out of your calm now, boy.
You remember the conversation?
Yeah.
You don't feel it to that fire. I mean, we get wise. You don't feel it to that fire. Spit on it. Yeah? You don't blow it. But that was Satan wanted to blow up. Lose cool, not be spiritual. Because the spirit, moving in the spirit is what going to save us in these last days.
That's it.
Right? Was
wisdom and knowledge be
stability at that time. And shut up thy salvation. Right? To move spiritual. To move spiritual is not heebie-jeebie, you know. It's just moving in the vibration of the scriptures. Agree with thy adversary quickly. Alright, there's my adversary. The scripture say, how you describe Eve? Basically, no pillow talking. They call Eve the enemy. The enemy. She that is my enemy. Right? Know what your left hand do it. You understand? Talk back. Alright, yeah. Deceiving and ever being true.
Jeremiah 7:17. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the woman knead the dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. I remember observing that just over the season. I was like, look at that now. What's that now? Making cakes to give one to another. Yeah.
Black cake, fruit cake, cake. And what they do is do in America, they're going to cut the wood and they're going to put it on the wood. Chimney.
They call it the Yule log and they're going to put it on fire. Right, which that actually, when you look at the word Yule, it's supposed to go back to child. I don't know if anybody can look at that. Yule is supposed to go back to child. The Yule log was Israelite children used to burn. That was the sacrifice. You used to sacrifice them. You used to sacrifice the children unto Molech as well. Right? The candles that used to be on the Christmas tree was made from the fat. After they fillet the children, they take the fat from underneath and they pour wick on it and they put it up.
When you hear judgment now?
What kind of mad thing is that?
Yeah, come on here, judgment, sir. Come on, smile. Come on here, your judgment.
Yeah, man.
I stopped. Right? I saw.
You saw this?
I saw. Yeah. Wait. I saw that. And I believe it's the Wu Sabbath people. You all follow Wu Sabbath?
No.
But finish this.
We are Hebrew Israelites.
Huh?
We are Hebrew Israelites.
You are Hebrew?
Hebrew Israelites.
Hebrew Israelites.
You go by the lunar Sabbath.
Alright.
Not Wu Sabbath, lunar Sabbath, which is Sabbath by the moon.
Okay, yeah, I know about those things.
Right.
But I study a lot of things, you know?
Right.
So when I see the
image.
The image of who they call ignorantly Jesus the Christ.
Yeah, well, I know
with
that.
the horns.
Yeah,
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I know about them things already.
So who
Study
he is?
that. Huh?
So who he is?
Who he is?
Yeah, what's his name?
Jesus.
You
Is
study
a
a lot
fact-
of things, so you should know.
It's a fact that Jesus was not a white man.
But what's his name?
That Jesus,
What's his name?
Well, they will call him Esau at some times.
Right.
They'll call him Jehovah at some time. You understand?
But before the J was created, what did I call him? That's
Oh,
the
God.
J.
Yeah. They never had J
Right,
in Hebrew.
Right.
In Hebrew, never had a J.
Right.
So you
J
see, he's
come
an
out
knowledgeable
from
man.
when the Sephardic Jews went to Spain
Right.
and Portugal.
So what is the name of your God? Who you go back to?
Me?
Yeah.
What is the name of my God?
Yeah, your God who you
I don't give God no name because I was never a person to baptize anybody.
Alright.
To call them.
You have a religion?
God is God. I'm a Hindu.
Alright.
But I'm a very rare Hindu.
Okay, okay. I see that. Yeah, I see
Don't
that.
follow. I know the meaning of what I see, right? I know the meaning of what I do. It's not the contemporary type. I'm not taking up all your time.
No. Not at all. I just concern how you park, but go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm good, you know.
Yeah, back it.
I stole wrong.
Alright.
This whole you have to have a little excuses. Not outright lie.
Right.
It survive on innuendos, half truths and things.
Right.
When you come in on
I
that
like how
level.
you say it in this way.
But on this level, you be truthful
On this level, of course.
Very correct.
Very careful.
Yeah, you have to be.
You know, it's nice to call you so.
Deceiving and yet being true.
You know, study it. Study the. Look, I tell you, and you see, what I'm telling you is true. Learn the Hebrew alphabet very well. Teacher, Aleph. Well, I have a little English strong. Aleph, Bet, Dalet, Gemel, and so on.
What Aleph represent?
Well,
Numerically,
let me say, we will. I can't remember.
1,000.
A thousand, yeah. We start in 1,000. But for me, Aleph is both beginning and end.
No, it's two separate ones. It's two separate.
No, listen.
No, well, listen. If you say study it and we talk about truth, right? So, right, let me edify you a little bit.
Here, why is Aleph beginning and end? In the word Aleph itself, and I don't want to get too deep into it, because time now, I have to go and meet somebody to sign a piece of paper. The first letter, let me just put it. Aleph means air, but not air like what we have here. Not this kind of air then, you know? Not the material air, the primordial air. You understand? When I say primordial air, it is aligned with the Creator itself. In the sense of if the Creator moved, like if the Creator, when he moved to create, the movement itself created the universe. You understand? I left that you know? Like,
Well, I can tell you what
well,
it means in Hebrew.
well, you give me
in
your
Hebrew,
version.
Aleph.
I studied the Kabbalah also, you know about the Kabbalah.
I never studied that. I didn't go there.
Huh?
I never went there.
Well, a lot of people who follow Hebrew, you know?
Well, you know it's more than one type. You have your compact?
Yeah.
Compact.
Yeah.
Go and get the alphabet in the phone. Because it's a lot of, it's different. They have what we
But
call.
one thing I'm glad
Yeah, so
about.
here. They have what we call the modern day or the Yiddish, which is basically what you're talking about. When we go back to the Lashawan Kodash
Yeah,
or the
Yiddish,
ancient, or the
like what the Khazarians.
Yeah.
right.
used
They're
to
mixed.
speak.
Right.
Them is
German.
Yiddish. Them ain't
Yeah.
no Jews
Right.
who now come into Israel.
Yeah,
Right. Right. Yeah. So the alphabet now that Aleph, sorry, goes back to cattle, right? And it also go back to 1,000. The word for end is ta, right? It's like a circle with an X in the middle.
Yeah, T-A-U.
Right. Well, that's how they call it.
That how they
Everybody
call it.
will get to there. We
I
will
know
see
you
the whole
in it.
chat. There's a whole chat out. I can't remember the page.
Alphabet,
Yeah, look about.
But what I want to tell you, you're on the right path.
Well, Max, your question.
Keep going like that.
Your forefathers, like your father and your father, all of them is East Indian like you yourself?
Yeah.
Right. So you know, in future,
You-
let me show you that.
You Africans and Indians is the same people.
No, not all. Sorry, that was the next question gonna be.
Right.
That was the next question gonna be. If you know the caste system,
Not all. Be careful with the caste system. Be very careful with that. But Africans and Indians, South Indians mostly, and Africans is the same people. Don't change that.
South Indians.
Yeah.
It's the same people. It's the same people.
Same people.
Just,
African.
The tribal names. You can remember the names?
No.
You ever heard the name Elam before?
Yeah, yeah.
And who you equate Elam to be?
Who I will equate
Elam to be. Yeah.
Like in Hebrew words and so on?
No. Like in India.
I say the Dravidians, yeah.
No. I feel. Gosh. There's an apple. This is Sags is a school on the highway.
Yeah.
Sags is a school. The trees, the big trees there, there's an apple that come from South India.
Yeah.
It's the highest form of
We call it Bale.
Bale.
Yeah, it's
Have
the
a next
highest
name.
form of
Beta carotene.
yeah.
Higher than carrots.
Yes.
And the people there suffer from. Nobody there suffers from.
Yeah.
And nobody there
I
wears
know what
glasses.
you're talking about.
Yeah. So I'm familiar with you ever went to India?
5 times.
5 times. If you ever see us again, the people from South India, the different tribes are there. If you can just provide me with the names,
Alright.
please. If you ever see us again.
That's easy for me to get.
Alright.
But glad teach your children properly.
Alright.
Because when I went into UK and I went in British Museum, myself and my wife was there. But my wife is no more, she died. They threw me out. And why they threw me out, I didn't know that they have little speakers here and there in the British Museum. And I'm a trainee, So I say, you see them bitches are pack of teeth. You understand? Telling my wife. I say, watch all them
Artifacts.
Oh, not artifacts. I look at the artifacts. I'm looking at the pharaohs.
Right.
I say, all are Negroes.
Right.
And if you never come here and see that all are Negroes, right?
Africans.
And or Africans.
So we are Africans.
These are Africans.
We will be we will be Negroes. We will have in our tribe. We are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
We will have the Negroes here. We want this tribe here.
Right.
Look
Right.
at
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You see the Judah?
Yeah.
Judah is the
But you know,
American Negroes, right?
yeah.
And Benjamin is the West Indian, so we will consider as Benjamites.
Yeah,
But the
Benjamites,
Hamites,
yeah.
which sold the blacks into slavery,
Sons of Ham.
Yeah.
sons of Ham, which is Hamite.
They are sons of
Ham.
They are sons of Shem.
Yeah. Ham and Shem. Yeah.
Right. So them will be African. We are not African. They call us African, trying to have us
All
with
as
them
one.
As one.
Because the color of our skin. But hear this, right? I used to buy and sell clothes, right? So I used to go to New York.
Yeah.
I met up with the so-called Africans.
Yeah.
I met up with the so-called Arabs. I told them to tell me the same thing. Years ago, long before coming to knowledge.
Yeah, they know the truth.
You hear what they say? You are not my brother. You are a child of the slave.
Some of them, well, this thing, you see, that's what you're talking about there? Them, I don't like to hear that. I like obscene to me.
No, but it's truthful. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it.
Serve, yes. True. But
No, but
we want
no,
to
hear what went on, right?
Yeah.
Somebody line up Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15, and then jump to 68, right?
I
15,
stop it,
46 and 68.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I have to go and get a legal document.
No problem.
signed.
No problem.
Right?
You have to go now.
Yeah. So let me go.
But don't forget what to do for me, right?
You all sound like the Wu Sabbath people teaching the same type of thing.
W Sabbath.
Sabbath.
Where they from? Where they from?
Go on the internet and just put in
Wu Sabbath.
WU Sabbath
Right.
and check them out. You all we are so many different people. We will have differences.
If I pull out my beard must be long like yours. And
Okay.
same way, you know.
Yeah.
It's just that you're more white than mine.
Yeah,
So we might be kindred. But what I'm saying, right? Don't forget, man. We're here on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Right? We just come out earlier today. But
All right.
normally we're here from about 6:30, right?
Yeah.
The southern Indian tribes.
Yeah.
And if you can get any history on it,
I
we
will
love
get-
knowledge now. We love
I will
knowledge.
get to tell you
Thank you.
because India and Africa was joined
Yeah.
at one time. And because of the shifting of the plates, it come out.
You know martial arts started in India?
Well,
You never hear that?
I wouldn't say where it starts, right?
Well, I the research I was doing, they said start there.
But there is a genuine school of martial arts
In India.
A few years ago, when the Chinese and the Indians had a little problem on the border, the Chinese used their type of martial arts and beat up 21 Indians. Okay. So them Indians now resort
call for the soldiers, the martial arts soldiers.
They call for the martial arts people. So them studying martial arts. But continue going, how are you going? Let me just use the common term. God bless you.
And well, our name is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. So
what?
Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.
You see what you say the Yah?
Yah, how you say the Yah? Which means he.
Yeah.
Right. He to be, Yahweh. He to be, or he exists.
Yeah.
Bahashem is in the name in the Hebrew, the original Hebrew. Yeah. And Yahushai, his son is Yahi, Washai, or Hoshea. Yeah. Right? Which means Savior.
Deliverer.
Right. He's Savior, or he deliverer.
Beautiful man.
Right. So we know the Hebrew, the English, we know all the
children like that.
Yeah.
But too long, too much nonsense teaching. Yeah. You see, look how easy I innocently stop.
Yeah.
Seeing something, you know?
Yeah.
You have people run.
Yeah, they have an eye.
Yeah, that's
they have the knowledge in there.
You see, so from the time I see it, I stop. Yeah. You know my name. My name is Michael James. Right. My English name, right?
James.
Michael James.
Yeah.
What other name you have for that?
If I tell you,
what other name you have other than English?
The other name we don't give it out.
We give it out.
Spiritual name.
We just give you the Lord.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. You get to know one
My name is Bara.
Yeah, right? That's small thing. I will support you. You don't worry.
Before you go, right? This image here, right? This man you seen here, his proper name is Caesar Borgia. He was the son of Pope Alexander VI. This is the image that they have used to do iconoclasm, whitewashing.
Yeah.
Right. This man here, which name was given to him as
the same.
Jesus the Christ.
So what as you say that, as you talk about the artifacts, the mummy, sorry.
Yeah.
In the Vatican, another friend come from he was doing law in England, and he went to the Vatican and he showed me videos. And you know what I see? I seen that they had dead popes there. Dead European popes, and then their skin turned black. So if their skin remain as it remained, and the mummies of the Egyptians and the mummies of those that you would have seen in the Museum of England, the pharaohs and the remain dark skin, it's two different people. It's two separate people. It's not like when they mummify you, right? You change color. You didn't change color. So the original Egyptians, as the hieroglyphs used to show, were tall, dark-skinned people. Everybody, every sarcophagus they opened was tall, dark people. So you know who those people are in the land now? Who? The South Sudanese. Them is the tall ones. You see the ones that jump?
Yeah.
And they are
I know them. Yeah.
Them is the original. So when Ptolemy came in, one of the generals of Alexander. When he came, he took over Egypt, and they pushed the original Egyptians south. Right? And that's why you have a whitewashing of Egypt today. These lighter skins. Right? So those are actually sons of Esau. The majority of the sons, you might have Ishmael up inside there too. Yeah?
In the Bible, Genesis, it talk about two sons was born to Isaac, and one was red and hairy. That's the white man today.
And the red hairy one.
The red hairy one. That's Esau. That's the so-called white. Yeah, that's the white man today. That's his lineage come down.
And the mother dressed up Isaac like him.
No, dressed up Jacob.
Jacob.
That's why his name
Isaac
means.
was the father.
Jacob supplanter, because he gets supplanted. He supplanted Esau for the birthright and for the blessing.
It was a deal. The birthright was a deal. Esau sold his birthright.
I say no more the truth. You see one thing, a man called slave master over the Caribbean, what's his name again? Willie Lynch. He wrote something in one of his letters and he said it about a natural phenomenon that has happened if you allow slaves to come in contact with anything, any part of knowledge or document from the past. You see that the mistake they make is they give back the Bible, and the Bible belongs to the Israelites. And a spiritual thing, the phenomenon happened. You remember we said the scripture say in the land of the captivity they shall remember by themselves. So you can
hear the word, they shall remember.
So it had to already be there. It was something had a joy to.
You will remember. So you know where it is.
Yeah.
It's in your DNA.
Right.
And the time will come
Bring it out.
when it will come out.
bring it out.
Enjoy yourself.
Baruch 2, there's the Apocrypha where they hide away, right?
Yeah.
The Bible instruction book. Yeah.
Baruch, how much?
Baruch was scribe at Jeremiah.
7 more. 14
This here is 14.
14.
And this is minus the book of Joshua, the book of Enoch, the book of Jubilee, right? It's just minus them books. There's
Yeah,
14
no,
books.
they are taking
There are
out
plenty
some.
more books.
They are taking out a lot.
And so the Baruch is a scribe at Jeremiah. Baruch 2 and 32, it says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. That one next one here in 3 and 7. Baruch 3 and 7.
8.
It is the point? Verse 7. And for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts to intend that we should call upon thy name and praise thee in our captivity. For we have called to mind all the iniquity of our forefathers that sinned before thee. But I don't know, I wanted to read Deuteronomy for you, 28. Verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity under the white man, the Edomites. Esau.
People on the sign, where the sign?
Right?
Like these people on the sign here.
Yeah.
We all in that
We are in
We
captivity.
in captivity right now.
That part of the captivity is the lies that they teach us. For example, this God to be Jesus, his birthday be to be on the 25th.
Yeah.
Right? Etc. Right?
Continue, it
That's
says,
sun cult.
Yeah. Sun worship. Yeah.
behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us. We did read it 28:64 say, the Israelites will be scattered to the four corners of the earth.
Yeah.
By our ships.
By our ships. It says, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
To be what?
Subject to payments.
Who feels it knows it. Go ahead.
According to all the iniquities of our forefathers, which departed from the Lord our power. Alright?
And just to add to the brother, right? Because you say Baruch was a prophet. Baruch was a scribe of Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 45 and verse 1. It says, the word that Jeremiah, the prophet, spake unto Baruch. That is the word we read it from. Right? The son of Nira, when he had written these words in the book at the mouth of Jeremiah, in the 14th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Joshua, king of Judah, saying, thus says the Lord power of Israel, unto thee, O Baruch. So just reading there, Baruch was writing anything which you receive from the Lord also.
Nice talking to all you, man. Nice, have a nice evening.
Yeah, man.
Blessing. Okay?
This is
Teach
the
your children. It's important.
That's why we have them
Children,
close.
yeah. Make sure you gather the children. Because for too long this nonsense going on. You understand? And they feel they could solve the problem. Now that they get in the opposition, they feel they could solve the problem with a nuclear bomb. That is what it
That's your remedy. That's your remedy.
That's not a problem. Because the one
That is your remedy. That is your remedy. No. That prophesy. This prophesy to come.
What the plan is.
Look at right here, Zechariah chapter 14 verse 12.
What the plan is.
The Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Hey, so if they feel like that is the solution, look what the Lord says. Zechariah 14 and 2. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Who is Jerusalem? But I lift up the 12 tribes there. Right? That is Jerusalem. Jerusalem in Hebrew is Yara Shalom. Yara, right? Who else, man? City. Yara Shalom.
city of peace.
City of peace.
Yeah.
So Jerusalem was a city before it was a people. It was a people. Before it was a place, right? Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. That goes to show you it's not speaking about that little city. It's speaking about the people, right? Because when people leave long time Western, when the people leave the city or abandon the city, what they call that a ghost town, right? Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their tongue. So yeah, the missiles were created to be used. but it's going to be used against America, certain parts of Israel, and certain parts of Europe, England in particular. Coming short.
My prediction was it coming. My prediction is that it was coming as early as 2025.
2025?
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Hopefully,
Lord will. Lord will. Lord will. Lord will. And may the Lord also take up his elect as well.
Okay,
right?
Enjoy the evening.
Yeah.
Same here. No, we enjoy the conversation. We enjoy the conversation.
And
it was
one look at Wu Sabbath, because it's like it's a revival, but it will come in different little ways.
This is the true revival right here.
Yeah.
Right? All people come back to their heritage.
Yeah.
Or not, Jeremiah 17:4 says what? We shall discontinue from heritage. We discontinued from our heritage during slavery, when we were slaves.
Yeah.
Right? Even like you have this, the North American Indians, we are our brothers too,
Yeah.
Reuben and Gad. Right?
It will come, and take my little advice. It will come in little batches here and there and everywhere.
Deuteronomy
And
2 and 2.
then all will come together. Which one you will see? It will come in little batches.
The revival talking about.
Okay?
No problem.
That's it.
Until we meet again.
Yeah.
Scripture talk about the kingdom of heaven.
You have something? I want to
He hid as a little leaven in a meal until the whole thing be leaven.
Yeah, so that's spiritual talk. It's spiritual talk. Well,
We say he hide it. Sorry.
He hides in a meal.
He hides in a meal, but he say in a third in a meal.
Yeah.
I want to go back to
1/3 are going to be saved.
1/3.
1/3 are going to be saved. 2/3 will believe. 2/3 and 2/3. Yeah, sorry. 2/3 is only in America. Then you have the rebels and the unbelievers. Revelation 21 and 8. Somebody get that app.
Maybe what you sign, the 2/3 sign, and you see the remnant will be like a third out of the whole. So that third go back to the 1/3, the elect 144,000. They believe in men, women, and children. A third, the whole not gonna be saved. We know we're talking about the land, but we talk more than the majority of the people. It's just a third gonna be saved. It's a remnant. We should go back to the remnant. Yeah. Go ahead.
Book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving.
This is the rest of rebels. For 2/3 are going to be destroyed. Let's come back to this key. Right? Because a third is a little bit more than a quarter. You can help me because you are tape man too now. Right? Because a quarter, this would be a quarter here. If I come across here, this would be a straight quarter. There's a third. This is the whole third here.
Yeah.
But in the third is the 144,000 prophets. Right? That's the prophets. They're going to be the government. The 2/3 are going to be destroyed. Right? The 2/3 are going to be destroyed is in America. The 1/3, out of that 1/3, going to have 144,000. The government. Then this is the mixed multitude, men, women, and children. Right? From the 12 tribes. From the nations, the 12 tribes. Not from the heathen nations, but from the 12 tribes. The Lord said he didn't deal with the other nations. Right? With the other nations, he didn't deal.
That's where judgment.
Right? They don't know his judgment. The other nations going to get judged. The other nations forget Yahweh Shai. Forget Yahweh. Salakia. When they go back to somebody get Psalms 9 and 16.
This is the book of Psalms.
16 and 17.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 16.
Chapter 9, verse 16 and 17.
Chapter 9, verse 16 and 17, which says, Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executed.
Right, so you're about to execute that judgment here now. Right? And synonymous name for the day of the Lord is what? Judgment name. Yahweh Shabbat. We just was reading about the value of Yahweh Shabbat. Yahweh judgment, he's going to guard. He said, my determination is to gather the nations. Right? Gather them for what? Destruction. They're going to come together to fight one another. Then, according to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, they're going to turn to fight Yahweh Shai. Right? Right?
The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. High gone Selah.
Why?
Verse 17, the wicked shall be turned into hell.
The wicked shall be turned into hell. That wicked is Israel and Edom. They're going to have a very bad time. Right? So what they plan for Israel? To destroy 90% of the population. Because Israel is the majority on the earth, despite what Esau says. They'll say that the minorities in America, the minorities in this land, the minorities in that land, We're not the minority. We 144 now,
Yeah.
right? We're not the minorities. We are the majority, right? The Lord promised Abraham that he would increase his seeds as the stars of heaven and the sands of the sea, which are innumerable and uncountable. Uncountable. Whichever is the word, right? The Lord has done that. The Lord is a power. The Yahweh is a power that can't lie, right? So now he's about to what? He's about to recover his remnant, those that still remain in our faith, that are sorrowful, right? Micah 7 verse 9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I sinned against him. So that's why we mourn. This is why we have only sackcloth. We are out here, we are as a spectacle. I mean, if you realize it was him, then we had a woman sewed up, right? Today is a day we made spectacles. Because why? We are against this guy, right? We are against this guy. This guy here, he's a bad guy. We are against him. And they are in the spirit of celebrating his birth. Right? But guess what? Yahweh has no beginning, no ending. The scripture call him what? The Ancient of Days. He exists. Then he have a son that was with him. Right? He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Yahweh Shai. He was the first Adam who came in the flesh, and he's the last Adam, the quickening spirit. And then he's going to come as that spiritual man with that spiritual power and cause what? Destruction to this Babylon. To this modern day Babylon. Right? I was going to read a book in Romans 8, the spirit bearer, because we are the sons of Yahweh. I was going to read that for him, but I don't realize he didn't really want the scriptures come out, but we get the scriptures out. Yeah. Right? But for now, we're going to use him as a friend and not a foe. Because he can help bring that information that some of those Elamites, because I had a clip was on TikTok the other day and shared that too. I didn't do a lesson on it, I think, where the lower caste, some black Indians, and they were saying that black Indians is Africans. I didn't do a lesson on it. Right? I didn't do a lesson on it.
If you hear his name as well, he named back to Yaikwap.
James.
Michael James.
And with that kind of knowledge, Michael, he is like God, right? And James go back to Jacob or Yaikwap as well. So when they say King James is a faggot, King James, he's spiritual Jake. He's Jake. Right? He's Jake.
What that sign is? That sign that
the covenant connection coming.
Yeah. The covenant that the Lord made with Abraham. Right? That he wouldn't destroy this earth with water anymore. Sorry, Noah, sorry.
So take it
Yeah. And what the Lord said, he coming to destroy this place with fire. And the first death, what I mentioned earlier. The second death is them nuclear missiles coming with fire. Right? The two purifying agents. Water and fire.
Man could have been a Jew.
Yeah, he could be a Jew.
He are two spiritual, biblical names, you know?
Yeah. And the knowledge that he have is he didn't settle with him with this guy.
Yeah.
This Caesar boss here. He didn't settle with him. Here we do it in the museum, he said the fucking, what is? Lion.
There's thieves,
So,
there's
thieves. There's thieves. So he calling them out. That's a spirit of who? A spirit of Jake.
And here we see the poem out.
Poem
Let's
out.
put us together.
Yeah.
You understand? When we started to deal with them on the truth and thing. You see the niggas get up kind of thing.
Now this scripture saying John 7:24, judge not according to appearance.
Yeah.
We ain't going to judge him because
He didn't roll up like no lamb.
Yeah,
Man. You see, like how you do so, die some Jake the zoo, see a thing and
Talking truth. He's not talking truth. What's
yeah,
it?
that Jake behavior. He had the fucking Hindu thing, and then we kind of give him a little bubble head. Give him a little bubble head thing. He had bubble head a little bit.
There's something, when I went in there, I found out about that. The fact that they do that, I saw that they say yes, sir. Them don't say yes, sir. Like, you go say yes by shaking your head, sir. Them don't do so. To acknowledge, up to confirm. That's where they get that bubble head shook in this.
Elam up, born down here doing that.
When they not agree with
That glitch.
That's in the DNA. As he said, it's in the DNA. When he's talking about revise, he said, when he say remember themselves, he said like it's like the revise. I mean, I forget what he used with our road too, right? But he said you have to know it. You understand? Yeah, but that glitch.
That glitch, that's
Bubblehead.
all Elam does do
If
that.
I could
Because
say-
the bubble is not just left or right. It's like I kind of.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just go down just so the normal and they just
Yeah.
Just so.
Yeah. You see that one? Wait.
just so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You there them normal only time they could be driving so that's it. And then like a restart program
Yeah.
we boot and take it. To our wisdom, it calls wisdom to dwell in one and shake up.
Yeah, but we'll make it work for you. Because if you can bring 9 to you should just say, get up from any pack of peanut chop, have
Many experience. High up. 37 or something.
4.
34, you have more, I see. I know it.
34 now.
Sirach chapter 34. Yeah. And 9 it says, a man that had traveled knoweth many things, and he that had much experience will declare wisdom.
Go ahead.
He that had no experience knoweth little, but he that travelleth is full of prudence. When I travel, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express.
Done.
And
Right, go ahead.
it says, I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of those things. The spirit of those that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall live, for their hope is in him that saved them.
Right. So you see, like a man like that, yeah, he declared that he traveled, right? Sometimes you could use that. You can ask more questions and listen, right? But you say, yeah, he come, he say he know. We touch him, we challenge him on what he know. He say he know the Hebrew. No, you don't know the Hebrew. What he knows is actually a teach or some other thing. Yeah. Right? Because Aleph doesn't mean what he was saying it mean. The waters. Wa. You have Shemayim, right? You have the alphabet, the water, the let's say hieroglyph, for whatever better word, or the image for thing. Yeah. It's like water, right? You have Shemayim for the heavens, which is waters, right? So you when it's spelling it out, you can actually envision it. I forget what you say. Like when there's a word that they use, right? Mayim. This is Mayim, right? This is Mayim. You see it again?
Yeah. Right.
Mayim for water, right? So he was trying to say Alaf, which is one, the first letter of the alphabet, sorry, which is 1,000, right? Alaf. He's trying to say that this is the beginning and the end. That is not true, because this is the first letter of the alphabet, and it means 1,000, and the end. Let's see what we get. We have I, we have Ta. Tawa. That might be on the next speaker. Alright, that's all. This one. So what's up on the next one? And it had 2 of this. It had the next one with the Ta. This one will have the Ta on it. Ta is like an X in a circle. Right? Ta is an X in a circle, and that is N. Right? So we can use them. We can use them as much as we can use them. Right? Get to find out some of them officially what some of them are. Some of them so-called Indians that are that they call Africans, which are not really Africans, but Israelites. Right, so this is the Ta.
Sorry, I'll bring it closer. Come. Oh, Ta.
Ta.
I thought you said Fa.
That's N. So the Aleph cannot be the beginning and the end.
We see, I am Alpha and Omega.
And Omega. That's Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, what I say, I'm Alpha, which is the beginning, and Omega end, like Greek, right?
Right, like Greek.
So it can't be, if you go back to Hebrew, it means the same thing. You say Omega means and
Alpha means beginning. That can't make sense. Even go back to Hebrew, it's gonna have different meaning. You understand? So that wasn't two songs.
It had two different words.
Two different words.
So then you can have one word meaning the
Same.
same.
That is English is do them thing plenty. English.
That's why it's the language of confusion.
Language of confusion. And I see that with the mix with the German and the Hebrew. They call it Yiddish. You see, most of the scripture say Proverbs 30 and 5.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 5, which reads, every word of power is pure.
It's pure. See, pure, it don't have anything mixing it.
Unmixed,
Yeah,
undefiled.
undefiled. That German, Yiddish Hebrew is German and Hebrew. So that mix. So we know that we dealing with that. We dealing with the pure, the Lashawan Kwadash, right? The ancient language that Moses spoke.
Isaiah chapter Zechariah, Zephaniah 3 and 9. Tawada, yeah. Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 9 says, for then it says, for then will I turn to the people a pure language. In other translations, it says return. So return it, bringing back, as he was talking about it in the DNA. So it in us, so it must come out, right? And they may call upon the name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent.
And you usually, Lord, bring back a pure language that we can call upon his name.
One consent.
One consent.
Basically, having one mind and consent to agree. Right? So look, this is the Hebrew. What it says ancient Semitic alphabet. Right? So they kind of start off the same way. Right? But there's the alphabet from beginning to end straight. And yeah, the old on the left, right? We call the last one Kodash or the Paleo Hebrew ancient tongue. Right? Last one is language. Kodash holy language, right? Kodash, holy. Right? This is new. This is Yiddish, modern Hebrew. Right? So it changed up over the years. But this is what it originally looked like. So this is the alpha or alap, sorry, alap, 1,000 cattle, and this is the ta, n in the bottom. You understand?
It says the book of Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 18. In that day shall 5 cities of the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan.
Right, watch. So Canaan is what? Another way to say it is Phoenician. So if you watch Phoenician coins and inscription, we'll have this, right? Phoenician. Watch it. The Phoenician is the same thing. You remember Solomon had an army or a navy, right? And that navy was what? Phoenicians. Was King Hiram Abith.
That's why Abraham could speak with the Egyptian and them.
Right.
They speak the same.
He also came out of Mesopotamia, the same land. Right? So, the Phoenician, or just look up if you want Phoenician Canaanite. You'll get the same Hebrew language.
Same Hebrew characters as well.
Look, you see it right here though. You don't even have to look it up because it says, look, it says Hebrew, right? Phoenician. You understand?
Finish 19 and swear to Yahweh of hosts. Isaiah 19 and verse 18. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan.
So it's not literally 5 cities. Because we're not in the land of Egypt. The main land of Egypt is where America is. But we're in Trinidad, which is a province of America. So that makes us a province of Egypt. We carry the same philosophy. Same wine of fornication, which is what? Democracy. It starts with democracy. Right, and then there are other philosophies. We should talk about the wine of fornication.
So, look at this article. As you had the script yesterday? Same,
and,
yeah.
So, and it goes into what the image of the beast. So, it goes into the philosophy, which is democracy, religion, idolatry, homosexuality, lies, murder, adultery, and what? Covetousness.
Just want to add something to the land. That's what Brano says. It's not just 5 cities here, because when you go back to the book of Baruch, Take it as read it up, Kusha.
Right. This is the book of Baruch chapter 2 verse 30. It says here, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
The land of their captivities. There's more than one land we were held captive in. Here was a slave land. Here had sugar cane, tobacco, cocoa, you understand, around the Caribbean. All these places we were what? We were captives. That's what we were. So that
Well, he is.
God.
It's just that we're not in heart. We're not in shackles. The shackles is on your mind. That's it. That's what Bob Marley saying.
Break them shackles.
Very true.
Correct.
Emancipation mean?
John 8:32. John 8:32.
Transfer ownership to the state from one to another. John 8:32.
Yes.
There's the book of St. John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And read it says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So we know the truth and we're free. It says, alright, we're free, but we still have these payments, subject to payments, right? We're still bound to go into that land without we had to use our passport, so we're not free physically, but we're free mentally. Right? We had this truth. Understanding that the system that they create, right? Esau Edom, this is a system that they create that have these people's minds on cheap. You understand? Because this right here is the beginning of spiritual fornication. You know, they're not worshiping the true God. They're worshiping a false God. And that is the whole sorcery of Babylon. America, aka the Great. You know, land of the free and land of the brave and something of the free.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
Land of the free, home of the brave. And that's what the push. That's what the push. And the push these things to feed the people these lies. All them different gods that they have. Yeah, you could be wherever you want to be in America. But it's one forum that control all them idol gods.
How brave you have to be, right? To stay from this land. Watch a computer stream, flying a drone to drop a missile on somebody. How brave you are to be?
Like what? But the scripture says in Jeremiah 50, right? That there's a time coming that the men of Egypt, the men of Babylon, they're going to forborn to fight. They're going to forborn to fight. They're going to be afraid. Because the Mosiah, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is going to put our thoughts in Russia's mind alongside with the allies, right? An evil thought will come in their heart saying, let us go up to the unwalled villages. And that's where we're going to come. You understand? Right. So the men of Babylon, I used to say, they were afraid to fight. Look where that.
Was it? I had to read the 19 again.
No, that was it.
That was it there.
They want to fight. They bring out Ezekiel today, but I was winning this.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, and reading from verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Right, so Gog, we go back to Russia, and Magog go back to the land of Russia.
And say, Thus saith Yahweh,
How you know that? You go to ancient map. And you go 17. You know. That's why ship says study thyself for who. So we're not going to be out here Gog and Magog like it's two separate places.
Yeah.
That is a unknown man. Okay, just say be not on the link talk about foolish man. A man without understanding, sorry.
Continuing in verse 4, and I will turn thee back.
Read back at the top, sorry.
Reading from verse 1 again. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Chief, go back to head. Prince, go back to Shah. Right? Ra, go back to chief. And Shah, go back to prince in Russia. So it's talking about Russia.
Go ahead.
And say, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen.
What do you know they're actually doing? It's putting them back in that old USSR spirit. Right? The old United Soviet States. I forget where they go.
And I would say wake up the mighty men, because there was always in a warlike state back then. So you say wake up, wake back that spirit up in them. And we say you put hooks in their jaws. You see, the king's heart is the hands of the Lord. So he directing them. When a fish get hooked in that thing, it looking to go. What we used to do, you used to wheel it in. So I'm bringing them back. Right? I'm bringing them back into that warlike state to do my determination.
Right. So, the meaning of USSR stands for the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, the official name of the former Soviet Union. The Union was a transcontinental country that existed from 1922 to 1991. So I was alive when this happened. I know when the USSR fell. Right, the largest country in the world by area, spanning 11 time zones and sharing borders with 12 countries.
What was the largest?
When it was together, USSR, it was the largest country in the world.
That's why they created NATO.
Right. When we was in primary school, when we was in primary school, it had remnants. When they're teaching us in curriculum, it had remnants of maps showing you that is USSR, USSR map.
That map's Atlas. That was the word easy. Yeah. I remember when the Berlin Wall fell.
You are like that.
I was separating West Germany from East Germany. I remember all that too. I remember watching CNN in Tiananmen Square when the Chinese man ran in front of the tank and they cut it up because the tank ran over. It says size, the largest country in the world by area, spanning 11 time zones and sharing borders with 12 countries. Population, the third most populous country. Government, the first country to form a government based on communism with a highly centralized political and economic system. Economy based on socialist ownership of the means of production, distribution and exchange. Constituent republics included Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Estonia, Georgia, Pakistan, Latvia, Lithuania, Moldova, Russia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Ukraine, and Uzbekistan. The Soviet Union dissolved on December 26, 1991. Russia took on the Soviet Union's rights and obligations under the United Nations, including its UN membership, Permanent Security Council membership, nuclear stockpile and control over armed forces.
Right? Yeah, I'll never forget that Turkmenistan. I met people from Turkmenistan already when I visited India. So I met a lot of people from that side of the world.
Female and male?
Male and female, mostly Indian, because you know it's in their house. You know that story.
Plenty of them nations are just called. I was in the USSR, right? Plenty of them in NATO now. Latvia, Belarus, Estonia,
Azerbaijan. They might be
Lithuania. So that's showing you what America is doing is annexing a lot of countries.
So they break up the enemy and then they absorb some of them.
So it's like you're moving on your front now.
Right. What is called it?
Coming closer to you.
It's called divide and conquer.
That's it. And I said that was saying. Only getting too close. Only on my border. Only on my back door. And only want to set up missiles on my back door. That means all they can attack me at any time. And that's what he's saying he don't want. Right?
You know it's inevitable. Nuclear missiles, Pakistan have.
Who they align with?
It's America.
Not all of them. Not all of them align with, because some of them align with Russia too. You remember BRICS? India is not in BRICS?
Shalom, Mark.
Yeah.
India in BRICS.
Shalom.
BRICS, British, full of BRICS.
The I in the acronym BRICS is for India.
It's for India. And India and Pakistan, I know they separate. You know what I remember?
It's India.
There is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Right. And what happened to when we had years ago we had the whole thing about the which nations buying the wall. When I say the wall, the missile defense system. Russia was selling to one of them.
Russia was selling to China the S-400s and the S-600s.
Right. But I think it was either selling to
India buy some from China.
Right. Well, it's India. But India was actually an ally with America, and then they dropped America and they bought the S-400 and they had an upgrade. When the apostles did the video, right? When the apostles was doing the video, they had an upgrade. So like if they had with the S-400, they had S-600 and S-800 or something like that. Right? Yeah.
Finishing with?
Yeah.
And I will turn thee back, and Ezekiel 38 verse 4 going down, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
More nuclear capabilities. Right?
Verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia.
So the Persians, Iran,
who is allied with them.
Ethiopia.
They are the Kushites, the Hamitic nations.
Southwest, call them South Africa.
South Africa.
And Libya.
Right.
With them, all of them
Same South Africa.
with shield and helmet.
Right, so the shield represents missile defense. Shield and helmet represent missile defense. Right.
Number 6, verse 6. Gomer and all his bands. The house.
Goma what? Goma? Who's Goma today? Who's Goma today? Huh? Nah. Goma today?
From Jordan.
Turkey. And we know Turkey leave NATO. They pull up the armor one. And the key want to join he want to join BRICS. He want to join BRICS.
Yeah, because they didn't want Turkey. Well, America, the West didn't want Turkey to join BRICS, but they want to. It's the whole back and with them joining NATO. Because if they join NATO, right? If they join NATO, that means they will bring missiles there.
So what that is to fulfill prophecy.
Yeah.
Because prophecy say they will be allies right here, Ezekiel 38. And they leave and look at the join. So what I show we in this time.
Turkey and all his bands.
What are you saying?
Yeah, wait, some here. It says,
Now the leads.
as a close partner of both Russia and Ukraine, Turkey is actively attempting to broker a peaceful solution to the Russian invasion of Ukraine and has hosted a number of high-profile negotiations between two countries. Turkey is currently the only NATO member which is not on Russia's unfriendly countries list.
They're playing the double Dutch.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now the recent video,
Turkey wanted to leave to join BRICS. Because remember, Turkey had, within the last 2 years, had a big earthquake. And one of the conspiracy theories behind that earthquake is that because they wanted to join BRICS, that they usually happen and send that earthquake to Turkey. And when you also see the Turkey army, there's having some old uniform look like an old, because there's a baggy on them. You should be on TikTok and they marching, they have a kind of big step march, where they're marching big step and slow, right? Yeah. Scooby-Doo. Yeah. So they was doing that, and then they had the big major earthquake they had there. Because that's when they started to talk about going BRICS.
You know, that's something you're saying they have doing that, having effect with earthquakes too, right? Yeah. He wasn't aware of that.
Half could change weather, half could create earthquakes, half could create hail, half could do anything.
Well, I could understand that, but the earthquake part is what was
He did.
Not the
tectonic plates.
No, he did atmosphere. and create a low pressure point or high pressure point, whatever it is. And then apparently they could send it. When we had locally, when we had the flood that our house get flooded out, Grandy, Greenvale, Central. Yeah. What had happened was that there was a Navy ship in Grenada, off the coast of Grenada. You remember the apostle put us on a subscription he was watching, which was a guy called oh gosh, I forget his name, boy. But he was an ex-military man too. His name like right there, but I forget his name. His subscription, but I still subscribe to him, right? And he was showing us that you could that they have different forms of communications with the ships. So you can turn off radar, you can turn off this LiDAR, low flying radar. He was showing all different things, and he was showing that the ships have a certain beacon that they're supposed to be given. And he went to that beacon and he was showing it, and he said, look, here was he seeing. Looking at a ship off the coast of Grenada, a US Navy ship off the coast of Grenada, and on that ship is a harp. And they were showing you, because if you all remember, they had a series of earthquakes. I remember because I was doing videos, I was watchman. I was on my watch, sorry. I was watchman. Right? They had a series of earthquakes. Like every day we was getting an earthquake or two in Trinidad. 2 points on right? Off the coast. And actually when they check it out, it was on the west of Trinidad, coming down Barbados, Trinidad, keeping on the west, going down straight to Venezuela. And what ended up happening is that they reported, because what? They had Nicki Minaj and other local celebrities or celebrities with local roots. But Nicki Minaj in particular exposed that flood, right? The devastation that flood did in 2018. But they never talk about what was going on in Venezuela, because they had floods in Venezuela to where people was dying. Right? When he was getting videos from Venezuela, they were seeing what? The mud, the aftermath, and they just see legs sticking out. Legs just sticking out of rubble. People dead. Right? And that was around the same time now when Juan Guaido was going up against Maduro. You understand? So the harp is a weapon that they have, and the mobile law. Weaponizing with precision, you say, no? Yeah. This is not new technology. This is not new technology. This is old technology. So they've been using these technologies. They've been experimenting with it for years.
This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse. Start from